Rappers have been appearing in acting roles since basically the dawn of rap as a genre. Starting in the early 1980s, rapping and acting have gone together like Eric B. and Rakim. Here's a timeline of some of the major moments of rappers doing their thespian thing on screen. September 1982, Wild Style is released. The pioneering movie Wild Style, directed by Charlie Ahern, features figures from the burgeoning hip-hop scene of the time, including graffiti artist Lee Quinones and Lady Pink, DJ Grandmaster Flash, b-boying pioneers like the Rocksteady Crew, and rappers like the Cold Crush Brothers, Lisa Lee, and Busy Bee. And, of course, it has the ever-smooth presence of Fat Five Freddy. May 1984, Ice-T's film debut. Ice-T has been in scores of movies and is arguably one of the most successful rapper-turned-actors. And it all started with his appearance as an MC in Breakin'. He wouldn't break out as an actor until years later with 1991's New Jack City, but people watching closely knew that Ice had what it took from the beginning. October 1985, Crush Groove comes out. The movie, based on the rise of Def Jam and Rush management, features Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, LL Cool J, and many more Rush-affiliated artists. While the film got mixed reviews, it set the stage for other rap films to come, including Run DMC's 1988 Tougher Than Leather and the Fat Boys' 1987 comedy Disorderlies. March 1990, House Party. The Reginald Hudlin directed film showcased Kid and Play and a comic success that played on the rap duo's good time image and their dancing skills. September 1990, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air debuts. It was easy to see Will Smith was going to be a rap star from the very beginnings of his rap career. But it wasn't until he was broke and desperate to pay off the IRS that the idea of starring in a sitcom loosely based on Benny Medina's life started to sound pretty good. The show became iconic and launched Will into superstardom, to the point where he now has generations of fans who are barely aware of his rap career. 1991 to 93, the heyday of the Hood film. The release of Boys in the Hood in New Jack City in 1991 kicked off the craze for authentic-seeming stories about what was going on in the inner city. And the easiest way to seem authentic? Cast rappers. Ice Cube, Ice-T, who in a shocking twist played a cop in New Jack City, MC8, Tupac, Too Short, Saphir, Tretch, EPMD. From lead roles to cameos, rappers are all over films like Menace to Society and Juice. August 1993, Living Single first comes on the air. The sitcom, which was a direct inspiration for Friends, or, if you're in a less generous mood, which was the show from which Friends jacked their whole shit, starred Queen Latifah. It set the stage for other rappers starring sitcoms like LL's in the House and Moesha, which featured Fredro Starr of Onyx in a prominent role. April 1995, Friday. Ice Cube's transition from firebrand rapper to movie mogul became complete when this comedy, which he co-wrote and starred in, became a hit. June 1997, Master P releases I'm 'Bout It. No Limit's most popular film was I Got the Hookup, but I'm 'Bout It, which predates it, was more important in the long run. It ushered in a second era of hood films, but these were made by hip-hop folks themselves. Mobb Deep, Dame Dash, and even the Insane Clown Posse would follow in Percy's footsteps. 2002, the peak. According to a study by Dr. Tia Tyree, 2002 was a high water mark in terms of rappers and movies, with 36 different artists appearing on the silver screen. The early 2000s overall were a golden age for rappers landing movie roles, as folks like Ja Rule, DMX, Nelly, Snoop Dogg, Eve, Bow Wow, and pretty much every other MC with a hit single ended up in at least one film, and sometimes a handful. One rapper who started acting during that time and went on to great success in both film and television is Common. We talked to him about how he got started.
And it was 2000, and I was really wanting to do something else. Like, I was yearning to do something else artistically. And I started trying to play piano, and I started trying to do other things. And it just, nothing felt natural. And I went to an acting class because, my A&R at the time, executive, she said, I know this acting teacher, she's really good and you would love her. And I went to that class, and that class changed my life. It was a new expression, a new form of art for me that I had never experienced, but it was like, I loved it as much as I do music or anything that I'm really passionate about in life. So I just was like, man, I gotta do this.
March 2006, hip-hop takes over the Oscars. While the rap-related moment at the 78th Academy Awards everyone remembers has nothing to do with acting, which would be 3 6 Mafia's much-deserved win for Best Original Song, rap had its moment on screen as well. Ludacris was in, and was arguably the best part of, 2 Oscar-winning films, Hustle and Flow, and Best Picture winner Crash. 2015 to 2017, rap conquers the small screen. Shows about hip-hop at various stages of its development were all the rage over the past few years. There was The Get Down about the genre's origins, The Breaks about its early 90s commercial breakthrough, and Empire about its opulent present. All the shows feature a healthy share of rappers in the cast, including Method Man, Exhibit, Jaden Smith, and Afro. We asked Exhibit if his rap career helped him transition into acting at all, and he had a rather surprising answer.
What was surprising is that what I had to do as a musician helps nothing with the memorization of lines at all. That was the most surprising thing that I learned from the music transition into acting. it doesn't help whatsoever. The correlation that I do have is that the creative lens that I see through allows me to make the choices that I want in acting. You know what I'm saying? It brings a certain grittiness and realness and heaviness to it that I can sit in. And when I'm serious, you know, I'm really in a place where you can't bring me out of it. And that's kind of like the only thing that kind of helps me as a musician in acting.
So that's our condensed history of rappers acting. Let us know your favorite rapper role in the comments. For Complex, I'm Frazier.